Hello everyone, I promised you parts and I'm delivering parts. Just let me show you, 1 second. I got this huge box of stuff that's come from both the seat guys, which have repaired the seat, it's like new with the Honda badge and everything. Then I got this side piece, which is way better than this. Then a CarPlay thing, Amazon special. That's why the gas tank is off, you'll see in a minute. Then Honda original handle grips, Honda original hand guards, and the biggest of all, a new rear suspension. This is gonna be involved, but great. Okay, so the gas tank is off because I did this when I installed the CarPlay screen. And this is a system which basically turns this relay on when the key is turned, which gives power to these wires, which are completely untethered, which is bad, and go up to here, to this, where is it? This horrible 12-volt outlet, which then goes to USB-C and it goes into the screen. It was here, but then it broke off because it's crap. And so what I need to do is for the new screen, replace this, tether it to the chassis, which I couldn't do with the gas tank on, and connect it properly. Well, actually, the first thing I'm getting rid of is this piece of junk. So the cable is just these two things, which connect to the battery, or in my case, the relay, which I'm gonna cut off because I already have the fuse right here. And then it has this proprietary, kind of waterproof focus cable on the other side. So let me just adapt this to that and then put the cable through the chassis. While you're enjoying this time-lapse of me doing a bad job of tethering the cable to the chassis, you'll see that the battery on this motorbike is a Motobat, which is like a AGM battery made in the shape of the old acid battery, because I didn't want to deal with any acid or refilling or anything. And now that I'm done routing the power cable for the screen, I'm just putting all the panels back on and the gas tank so we can finally get to the new parts. Okay, now that the bike looks more like, well, a bike, I'm just gonna give it a quick wipe down, remove the CarPlay screen and the remnants of the 12-volt power plug, and then we'll get to the new parts. And speaking of new parts, I lucked out on eBay and found this part, which is basically unobtainium, especially in green, which is not in the best shape, but at least it doesn't have that nasty scratch on this side that I showed you in the first video. And speaking of videos, as you've probably noticed, this video is way too late for my bi-weekly upload schedule. That's because it's been a mess. The parts for this bike have been late, now I have them. The car needed a service, so I figured I'd do a video on the service of the car, but then the jacket that I bought was a piece of shit, and I bought a new one that's like 90 pounds, and not British pounds, 90 pounds of weight, so Amazon doesn't ship it directly, and I have to wait for that. And in the meantime, the cooling system on my scooter, which I used to go to work, got broken, there's like rust in there, I don't know, and then a guy in the car reversed into my bicycle, which I also used to go to work, and bent the wheel, and I also need to fix that. So finally, now I can get to this bike, and then I'll do the video on the car. I don't know which one is gonna come first, you'll see. And also, lucky me, this is the part with the most screws, so I'm gonna have to take this all apart again. I bought these compatible rubber nuts from AliExpress because the original ones were completely destroyed and the windscreen was coming off. So that's just a matter of putting them in, taking the windscreen and just screwing it in. I didn't film myself taking out the headlight surround panel and putting it back in because you've probably seen it 1,000 times and at this point it's getting boring. But I assure you this is the new one without the scratch, and right now I'm just screwing on the windscreen with 4 Phillips screws and then it's job done. The next part I'm replacing is the right side panel. This is the original one that I got off the motorcycle. I need to take off this metal grill, and then I'm gonna have to take off the blinker because I'm gonna have to transplant it to the new part that doesn't have those. And I also need to transplant those 2 little rubber nuts that you see on the top right of the panel. because those aren't on the new one either. Here is the new panel. As you can see, it has the plastic clips all intact, and now I'm just putting back the grille and the blinker, and it's just a matter of mounting it back on the motorcycle. Damn it. There you go. I just plugged the blinker in, now I'm pushing in the plastic clips, and the body of the bike is now completely done. Now I'm mounting the CarPlay screen. What I just showed you is a TPU 3D printed spacer because I want to put it on the center of the handlebars, and it has this thin little metal bar, and the original stand didn't fit even with its own spacers. So I'm just screwing it in with the Allen key, and then I'm gonna take the screen and mount it on the stand. This CarPlay screen has this weird mounting system with the flower-shaped key, which in theory prevents theft, but I mean, there's two Allen screws to take off the whole stand, so it's not going to protect much. But anyway, I just screw it in, plug it in the power, and it's done. But first, I can't forget the most important step, the peel. Now you're gonna witness the worst part of this whole restoration, the stupid freaking handle grips. These things were a nightmare. I'm not kidding. These new ones, the original, were super sticky. They wouldn't go on for their life. I had to struggle so much, put in lubricant, water, everything to try and fit them. It was a freaking nightmare, I tell ya. And this was just the first attempt. In the second attempt, I tried putting some water on it to lubricate it a bit because I didn't want to put lubricant on it. Of course, they would come off instantly. Come on. For the two handle grips, it seriously took half an hour to fit them, but finally they fit and the gas works. The hand guards were so much easier than those stupid handle grips. I just put a wrench on the bottom nut, unbolted the top bolt, just had to be careful because the same bolt also goes through the brake lever, but apart from that, it was just an easy swap. I also did the other handguard off camera, and now the bike is looking very good. I mean, new CarPlay screen made specifically for motorcycles, new handguards, new panels without deep scratches, new rubber nuts to hold the windscreen on, and the CarPlay screen works perfectly. I even put a custom logo on it. Look at that. In the last shot, you probably have seen that I'm missing these two bolts, and I have no idea where I put them. So I had to order them from Honda, these two things. And while I was at it, I ordered the 3 big bolts for this part because they were rusty and I didn't want to get rid of the rust. And also, I realized that the pedals on the bike have some rubber on them. I didn't know that. So I ordered Honda original rubber for a total of 60 euros, just these things. So let's install them and end the video. I'm not installing the suspension, but I'm already late. If I install the suspension, this video is never gonna come out, so you'll have to wait for part 4. So these are now the real final touches to the aesthetics of the bike. These 2 screws are easy to install, as are these other 3. I'm just filming the one because the thing is the same. Rusty screws comes out, good screws goes in. That's it. The rubber footrest instead, as with all rubber things coming from Honda, is super sticky and was such a pain to install. So I just filmed this one and I just did the same thing on the other one. And actually, I almost forgot, this screen does TPMS. Comes with these little sensors with IDs that you have to input into the screen, and when you do, you just screw them in place of the original caps, and then when you start up the bike, you get the reading for the tire pressure. That's handy. Hey guys, Editor Me here again. This video ends right here because I don't have any more time to shoot, and it's already Tuesday. This video is going up today, so I need to finish it off. And I suck at actually planning videos and scheduling stuff, so the suspension is gonna have to wait for the next video. And also I realized that the handlebars are mounted higher than they should be with some like spacers. I don't know, I don't like that, so I'm gonna put it back to stock. And also I have the car service video that's planned. I'm doing a review of the Analog Pocket right there, that thing, if it's worth buying and using in 2026, and spoiler, it kind of is. And I'm gonna make some more tech videos with cars, actually, anti-theft device for your car for basically free, and also more self-hosted stuff, and stuff to do with home servers and home networks. But anyway, hit like if you like this video, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you soon.